Now in our own time.
Well, when I came to work for Harvard Business School in early 1963, the dean, George Baker, told me that he would like to spread the light of Harvard in the developing world. So I went back to Washington, where I had been working in the Kennedy administration, and I saw my friend Walt Rostow in the State Department. And I said, in effect, Harvard wants to spread the light. He said, wonderful, where would you like to go? And I said, well, I don't know. What would you suggest? And he said, well, President Kennedy has just made a major speech in Costa Rica. And he is working with the presidents of the 6 countries of Central America to help them establish a common market and integrate the region.
The idea was to replicate a 2-year case method graduate business school in Central America to build a managerial class in hopes of developing a substantive middle class.
One of the key ideas was that change requires leaders.
I came to INCAE as an MBA student. Many of my friends, colleagues, and bosses had graduated from there, and I saw an opportunity.
Changed entirely the picture of Central America from a political agenda to an economic agenda.
The future of INCAE is towards sustainability and ethics.
One key element was meeting Stefan Schmidheiny.
Stefan Schmidheiny has been a huge help to the school in making the students and the faculty aware that they should think about sustainable economic development.
What we set out to do, and I think we achieved, was bringing together the ideas of sustainability, of eco-efficiency, dealing with resource scarcity, not as limits, but rather as an integral component of prosperity, competitiveness, and growth.
For the past 50 years, people from the United States, Central and South America have built this institution.
I think this idea that a business school is more than just a management trade school, but really a force in society is what I think makes it unique. I think it has the opportunity to have an influence that's much bigger than its size.
For the next 50 years, we are attracting leaders who are coming from all over the world, from all walks of life, and who are engaged, who are motivated, and who want to build this new INCAE.
INCAE is an institution in Central America. INCAE has promoted the common economic integration in the region.
Whenever you do a legacy, you want something to happen after you're gone. You want to be able to have left something that's made the world better. And I don't see any better way to do that than to support education.
Arturo and I were discussing backstage the fact that INCAE, which has such a wonderful reputation throughout the region. I know we have 2 former alumni who now are presidents of Panama and Guatemala, respectively, that the origination of this idea was when President Kennedy visited 50 years ago. And I think recognized at that time the enormous potential for the private sector as a critical ingredient in progress and development for the hemisphere as a whole. For me to be able to visit 50 years later and to see how much progress has been made both in the region and in the ties between the United States and Central America, I think indicates that President Kennedy's vision was sound. And it also speaks to, I think, the importance of us continuing to build these kinds of networks and relationships for the future.
We celebrate here today a great victory, and that is a victory for the human spirit. These books are today freeing men and women from centuries of bondage and poverty, and I am proud as a citizen of the United States to be here in Costa Rica taking part in this great effort. And I want to assure you, we will stand and work shoulder to shoulder. But this journey to Costa Rica has illuminated the minds of 180 million people of what a great opportunity and privilege we have to be associated together in our common cause.
Well, I don't know this, but I wouldn't be surprised if you talk to USAID today, I wouldn't be surprised that they would regard INCAE as perhaps their most successful effort in Latin America over the last 50 years.